Yo, you guys watch that Smoltz thing, and you guys go,
Ball knowers.
"Oh no!"
Ball knowers.
I saw that one coming a mile away.
Hey, ball number 3. Turn your head around for a second.
Yep.
Ball liquor.
A fucking Lakers hat. Are you shitting me? Where do you... Ball knower number 3, where do you reside?
I live on the internet.
Insane. You're an East Coast guy. Take
Yeah,
off the
but
fucking Lakers hat, you bald
when
motherfucker.
when you're an East Coast guy, you gotta respect the Lakers.
No, so here's what it
18
is.
18 championships.
It's the fact that he's a musician now, so when he travels, he's got a fake put on wherever he is.
To be fair, he's always been
False.
he's always been a musician. With that being said, what's even gayer about his hat is that he has a Lakers hat that isn't even team colors.
Right.
That's brutal.
Can I tell you how I got the hat?
No, I don't really care.
Was
Well,
it
I'll
a
give you
homeless
this
guy on the
Ball
street?
knowers-
No, I'll give you the 30-second story. I hate shopping, so I got on one of those like shop for yourself like things, and they just kept sending me like all these like shirts that I would never wear, and then one box they just sent this hat, and I was like, kind of like the hat.
False. You went to California for a show, and you're like, well, I got to fit in with the locals, so here we go.
Also false.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
all the
got-
musicians do these days. They're like, oh, I'm in this area, better put on my Bills jersey.
Didn't even put on a Pods hat while you were out here.
Yeah. Right.
You're right, exactly. And I don't do that. Anyway, so you guys see that John Smoltz clip recently?
No.
All right, so it's the perfect revamp for baseball. So expansion wise, they want to add 2 teams, right, to get to a 32 team.
I thought we weren't talking about expansion.
Yeah,
So
I thought
what
we
the-
said explicitly no expansion talk during the CP.
No, so it's not expansion talk. It's more of like even just playoff structure since it's the off season. So this playoff's rocked, but this is a playoff spin. So what Smoltz's idea is, if you get to an expansion team and you get to 32, he revamps the entire playoff structure to have people be more competitive throughout the regular season instead of just tanking right from the get-go. So there's 4 leagues essentially. So 4 8-team leagues. And in those 8-team leagues, there is a first half winner, guaranteed playoff spot, second half winner, guaranteed playoff spot, and then a wild card team. So the way it breaks down is, in his vision, which I think is sick, is that you take first half winners where everyone is competitive, and if you're midway through there and you're just like, yep, I'm not in it, then your first half is you're an automatic buy into the playoffs. If you win the second half, what's the incentive to winning the second half?
The
is that
Dodgers
you-
would win every year if they did this. Because they would just have their pitchers dominate the first half of the season and just sit them until playoffs like they did this year.
No, but then what it does is it forces teams to be competitive all year long.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it changes markets. Yes, it does. Because then if
No,
if
because
you-
whoever
if you go
wins doesn't need to
18
be
and
competitive
40
the second half.
Yeah, if you go 18 and 40 the first half, you're not like, well, first half did go great, but I think we have a chance in the second half.
you kind of do, we're just like, all right, let's figure it out.
Might as well go all in with this crop.
Yeah,
no,
they're
because then you
gross.
rechange it, and then if you win the second half, the way he had it structured is you win the second half, you get an automatic bye, so you don't have to play in the first round. And if you have the best overall record, but you didn't win either round, so like let's say you
This
were
is
like
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
you just haven't listened. You
John
haven't listened to the
Smoltz-
whole
I've
thing.
listened to everything you said.
absolute retard. You also absolutely retarded.
This is a sick idea. It just
this is a
revamps
terrible
baseball to make it a little bit more fun for the teams who absolutely
How many teams
suck.
make the playoffs right now?
And also, how many teams are not actually trying? Because there's teams that are trying. They may be bad, but they're trying.
I know, but how many teams right
No,
now
but it
make the
just
playoffs?
Like, how many teams are just like throwing? How many teams out of all the sports, of all the leagues in the United States, baseball, that they have the highest percentage of teams that are actually trying from the start?
I'm just saying, if you look at it as a fan
No,
base, and
answer
you
my
say-
question here. How many teams in before this year gave up by like the end of May?
Yeah, how many were sellers?
How many
How
were
about
like in May? We're like, I'm done.
Probably like 6.
Maybe.
How many teams actually sold at the trade deadline and gave up on the season?
Orioles.
Okay.
Pretty much about it.
The Cardinals.
Cardinals were doing what they always do, which is like, we're middle of the road. We'll add some pieces. We'll get rid of some.
Giants. Could you imagine if you were the
The
Giants?
Giants didn't sell.
They sold their whole bullpen. Whole
Yeah.
bullpen.
They gave one bullpen pitcher away and then almost made the postseason.
Because they got a better outfielder. Ballnower.
And they gave up the Duvall, who's AIDS anyways, and shit his pants for the Yankees. Wouldn't call it selling. Per
Yeah,
se.
but how many teams make it? So it's 7 out of what, 15 in each league? So almost half the teams make it?
No,
Yeah,
it's
no, it's
no
3.
6.
Yeah,
6.
because one team. Yeah,
It's one each. Yeah, winner of
So
each division.
6 out of 15.
6 out of 15. So you have a
So
33.
40%.
Yeah. You don't need to make it any higher.
I mean, you could be like the NHL and like everybody gets in except for the Sabres.
No, we talked about this. You make it the March Madness.
Yeah, I know.
We talked about this already.
I know we did. Way better of a take.
Way better idea.
More
Disagree.
electric.
Everyone gets
disagree.
in. Why even? Then no one would sell if everyone got in. And also, if you
But
did,
that's not. Yeah, go ahead.
you get rid of the trade deadline essentially.
Yeah, but this just forces teams to want to care more. Or if you're sitting
No.
there and
No, they
if
already
you-
do though. I don't
no,
think this is a problem. Teams already care.
if you were the third place team in the first half, and then you're like, dude, we just need 2 more bullpen pieces. If you're the 8th place team, you're still gonna be the 8th place team, but you at least have a chance to maybe make a miracle run.
You still do. Teams do it all
No,
the
you
time.
don't. No, you don't. Not
Really?
if you're bad.
Who won the AL Central this year?
The Tigers?
Nope.
Nope, they didn't.
No, that's true.
And how many games were they down? Like 15.
I liked the format. I thought it was a good time.
Nah, absolutely the worst idea I've ever heard. All right, stamp it. Next topic. Ball number 2. What was the topic you had brought to the table to this today?
I had a couple, but we can talk about the fact that there might be a lockout in 2027.
I don't
How
know.
about we talk about the offseason instead of one season from now?
Okay.
What an insane take.
Well, I think it impacts
The
a lot of
20
what's going on with the free agency this year.
Yeah, because people don't really want to spend, right?
Correct.
Because they're worried
But-
about.
but-
they're
But
worried
the
about-
players want to get locked in
Yeah,
because they don't know what's going to happen.
correct. But they're worried about them possibly being a cap salary, right?
Yeah, I mean, the owners want a ceiling, and I feel like the players probably want a floor to make these teams that don't really spend any money make them spend money.
But how many teams that aren't spending are bad? The Reds.
Reds made the playoffs.
Exactly.
Pirates,
The Pirates are like the only one because the Rays still make the playoffs every year.
Marlins.
We made the playoffs a couple years back.
White Sox.
They would have been gross if fucking what's his name didn't ruin that team. If Tim Anderson never gets punched his lights out, that team is still decent. And I think actually the White Sox would be significant.
The whole AL Central.
The Tigers are gross. The Guardians are gross. The Royals have spent money. Minnesota spent money. I mean, they just had a fire sale, but they had a pretty good team. They had a chance
Yeah.
in 5 years. So I don't understand this.
Rockies.
Like, hey, they signed Chris Bryant. It's a hell of a deal. All right.
I think it's not so much that. I think it's like you're sitting there in the off season and like good players are sitting there in late March and they're like, not worth it. It's like if you just had a floor, they would have to sign people to fill out the rosters. That would be better than the people that they put in the spots that they put there.
But I don't think I think that's a short-sighted solution. I think still teams would just be like, I'm just going to pay the guy that I want more. Like, I have to hit $80 million. I'm like, hey, we're going to sign this guy.
All right,
anyways.
it's like the
Give him an
NBA.
extra $10. Like,
I just don't. There's never going to be a cap ceiling because the players will never sign off on that.
It also doesn't work the way people want it to. There's going to be loopholes. Look at the NFL. Oh, I want this guy. Let me just give him a $30 million signing bonus, and I'll sign him.
Yeah, the Lakers will just defer money for years and years like they do now.
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers?
Yeah. There's going to be loopholes. There's a lot of people smarter than us that would be able to get around the loopholes. They get paid a shit ton of money to do it. So, like, people who are like, oh, no, we do a fucking cap ceiling. It'll solve all the problems. Like, the Dodgers are still going to somehow spend, and the Mets are going to spend the most amount of money in bonuses, and they're going to find their way around it.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have like let's say the max is like 300 million and the floor is 100 million, you're still going to have a huge gap in the teams.
Yeah, and you're still like all the teams that already have the issue of not spending enough, quote unquote, are still going to spend the bottom.
Right.
And then the number's not going to really matter.
Right.
Because they're going to pay the same dog shit players they have anyways. They're just going to give them a little bit more money so that way they reach the ceiling or they reach the floor.
Right. And you're, I mean,
A's.
it's a bad thing for the players essentially.
Yeah,
Like
just
to
screws over
have a cap on what they're gonna make, so they're
Right.
never gonna sign off on it.
which they already have the tax, which is like the whole point of the tax is that if you overspend it, you just pay the league more money.
Right.
It's the whole point. Like they already have
Yeah.
a cap. Essentially.
Yeah, it's a disincentive for them to spend over it.
Correct. So it already is in place. So why does it
Right.
matter? Also,
Right.
all these, I to get into this offseason talk, I was interested to read about the Mariners. Hate the Mariners, but I didn't realize that Jorge Polanco was also a free agent with Gino and Josh Naylor, and of course they decided to pick up Josh Naylor first, which I guess he's the youngest player, but I think pulling in the first baseman is probably like the least valued out of the three of those guys, without a doubt,
He also looks like the oldest, if we're being honest.
because he's fat.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is reading about Jorge Polanco, they were talking about his deal, and they were talking about how I think the Red Sox might go after him, and they might pick him up, and they're complaining that a bigger city or bigger market's going to take him up. Like, Seattle's a big city. What the fuck are you talking about? You have 3 professional sports teams. You're a big market. God bless you.
Bless you.
Like,
Bless
this
you.
whole small market, big market bullshit has to stop. Like, in reality, like, the only 2 big markets in the MLB are New York and LA. The rest are all the same size. Like the owner of the Reds should spend just as much money as the owner of Minnesota.
And don't they share all the revenue anyway?
I don't think the revenue sharing is the same as like MLB and NBA, which is why people also want revenue sharing.
Because
Then
they
you're
all,
gonna have the problem then.
yeah, it's TV, so it's a problem.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them make their money
But
off
they-
of TV deals.
But they share in the ticket sales?
I don't think so. Which
No, I
also,
think
if you look
they
at
just
What are they
sell-
sharing then?
I think just merchandise, like the MLB site and like what they sell.
they might be revenue sharing off the playoffs because that's
Yeah. Yeah, because that's on Fox. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, if you look into the economics of most sports leagues, they actually don't make that much money off the seat tickets themselves.
No, it's concessions.
Yeah, like that. The seat tickets themselves are mostly like I think it balances itself out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just pisses me off to hear like a team like Seattle's like worried about money.
Well, the Yankees are worried about money, which is hilarious. Steinbrenner came out and said that they don't make money. I mean, it's the most
Did he say
asinine
that,
thing.
or did he say it's funny that people assume we're always making a profit? That's what he said? He didn't say necessarily. that they
You
were.
can take it how you want to take it, but it makes it sound like, poor Yankees aren't making money.
What it sounded like to me is that he's just coming up with a deflection, so that way when they don't sign their big name free agents, he can say like, well,
Oh yeah, he's trying to save his ass. Yeah,
yeah, like we don't have the money to sign people,
right,
which is categorically false. If there's someone who has it, it's them.
right. I mean, they're valued at $8 billion. So
Yeah, but you being an accountant, you know that doesn't necessarily mean they have just liquid cash to be able to spend it on whatever they want.
no, but you can borrow against that money.
Yeah, but then you would be not making a profit then.
Not necessarily.
You're probably going into debt to sign players, which is what he was saying.
You got to borrow.
Oh, you borrow enough equity in the company.
You got to borrow to make money.
You do, but I think they're making enough money already, so why would you take a loss to then try and make a gain that you're already making a gain on?
Yeah, it just comes down to whether those owners want to win or not. Clearly, the Yankees don't care about winning.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Steve Cohen doesn't give a shit about money.
Also really bad at winning, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's not like he's like, oh, I'm not going to sign these guys because I'm worried about the tax.
Yeah, but Brian Cashman's not the owner.
Who
He
are you
didn't say
talking
it.
about?
Steinbrenner said it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the owner, not Cashman.
I think I said Steinbrenner.
You did say Steinbrenner.
I thought you said Cashman.
They sound similar.
Which Cashman probably shouldn't be the GM anyways.
No, how long's he been there?
Like 20 plus years he's been there. Absolutely
Sometime
brutal.
Sometimes you gotta mix it up.
Time to get off the old teat. I mean, they've been in what? 2 World Series in the last 17 years?
Last year,
And then 2009, did they go? No, they lost the Astros, right? Like they never.
yeah, they
never-
didn't get there.
That was first. That was Judge's first time in the World Series, right?
I believe so.
Bowl number
And he
3.
and he dropped that
Yeah,
routine
yeah.
fly.
Not sure.
2009. Yeah, it's true.
People don't
But
forget.
then all
They
the
haven't
Yankees
been
fans
to
are
none.
pissed that they signed Grisham to the option.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are so pissed about that. That's hilarious.
Rightly
Because
so.
they're worried, like, oh, now we can't spend money. It's like the Yankees are so poor. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, giving $22 million to hypothetically your 4th outfielder is quite insane.
Yeah, but you think he's like the number 1 outfielder?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Trent Grisham.
Yeah, you're a big Trent Grisham fan.
I think he's a great player.
Yeah,
Do I think you should be paying your 4th outfielder $22 million?
probably not.
Probably not, is right.
Should we talk?
Okay, go
Should we
ahead.
talk about the infighting of the New York Metropolitans?
The alleged infighting? Sure. Let's hear your 2 takes on it first.
I'd like to hear Patrick's take it first.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Nothing better than hearing McNeil being an asshole again, because I think this is essentially a made-up story just to create drama, and makes it way easier for the Mets to just be like, yeah, we had to trade McNeil because he's pissing off Lindor, and then they just trade him. Or it was like one of their agents just tanking his value so that he's untradeable. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a fake story again. Why would this story come out now in the offseason? This would have been like as soon as they miss the playoffs, this story comes out. Like, oh, the reason why they missed the playoffs is because they all hate each other. It's a fake story. It's a joke of a story. Juan Soto and Lindor don't need to be best friends. I don't know. Like, the story made no sense. So like I read it and was just like, this is like off-season talk of some guy in New York Post who has nothing to do but trying to like start rumors to get people to read his blogs. That was my take.
Yeah, I mean Lindor and Soto are like 2 completely different people.
Right.
So they were never going to get along.
He's
But
not
they
even
don't need to get along. I mean, it's a shortstop and a right fielder. I mean, you'd like to have team chemistry, but I'm sure if they're winning, like it's not going to matter. They're going to love each other if they're winning. So I don't really think that is a big deal, but the McNeil thing, he just needs to go. And I hope it's the Mets trying to make it easier to trade him, because if this makes them keep him, I'm going to be irate if he's on the team next year.
Yeah, I mean, either it makes it easier to trade him because it's like got to get him off the team, or it makes it harder to trade him because no other team's going to want to take him. A guy who just fights with his shortstop all the time. Plus, I mean, I saw the stat the other day. I think they're the 3rd worst team in baseball for double plays. Lindor and McNeil, one of the 3rd worst double play combo in the National League. And now you
Well,
got
because he's 1,000 years old with no knees, and
Yeah, he's not a second baseman.
Lindor's not far behind him. You say he's not a second baseman?
No, he said Marcus Semien now, and now it's like sweet.
Yeah,
you gotta go both.
McNeil's not a second baseman.
He's literally that's what he came up as in the minor
Yeah, but
leagues.
he robbed home runs this year. He was a wagon in the outfield.
Sure.
He's a left fielder.
Yeah, he's not an infielder. He's not an infielder. Never was.
He's not an
It's
infielder.
literally all he was
Okay,
until
so here's-
he got to the
but
bigs.
but that's just his way to get on the team.
Yeah, he's a hitter. He's like Daniel Murphy. Like he's not very good at any defensive position, but
Right,
he's
yeah.
a great contact hitter.
Yeah, but he
All right,
was.
so here are my takes on the situation. Does anyone on the Mets actually like Lindor? It seems like constantly there's just stories of people like Lindor kind of sucks actually. Like I don't really like this guy at all. I find that actually a little bit concerning. Like yeah, McNeil sucks. And also like Soto's had his issues with other players too, but it seems like for the most part, people kind of fucking hate Lindor.
Well,
which I
who
think-
else has hated Lindor besides McNeil? I feel like it's the same person every time.
No, it's
Juan Soto?
now the Soto stuff where it's like they're not.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
like
fundamentally.
okay, maybe they don't hate.
I-
Lindor, like
I
who-
heard Nimmo like sort of like a power struggle over like
who's the
leadership.
who's the captain?
Right. So that's part of the reason they moved on from Nimmo was the fact that they wanted to be like Lindor's team.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I heard quite the opposite. I heard it was like Nimmo on the way out the door was just like, all right, sweet. Like these two guys hated each other, and nobody would listen to me. It's like, yeah, buddy, you couldn't run, and
Well,
like
they also
Soto
apparently,
should be a captain, not you.
yeah, and they asked him to be a DH, and he didn't want to do that either.
Yeah,
Which I heard that as well. But also, okay, maybe not hate Lindor, but who's friends with him on the team? It seems like no one is like, this is my dog, which is I feel like a
lot
terrible
of people-
quality to have.
Daniel Vogelback loved Lindor.
Yeah, that tells you how much you need to know.
no, I think a lot of
Two.
people are big fans of Lindor. Right?
The fans are. I think a lot of fans like him, but I don't think a lot of the teammates are like, this guy will stick up for me.
Javier Baez liked him
Both Puerto Ricans. Yeah.
when they were both flipping off the fans.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
But it's
Don't
like
forget
also
I think
okay, so then moving on to the Soto situation, he just seems like an autistic guy.
Yeah,
He
is.
didn't get along really well with Manny. Like Manny didn't like him. The fans in San Diego didn't like him because they used to have an open batting cage that the players used to go hit in, and they used to if you bought whatever certain tickets, you can go watch the players at batting practice like privately. And he told him to close the shades when he was hitting. He didn't want people watching him while he was like getting ready for the game.
seems fair.
So
He's just-
what?
He's just a no nonsense guy. Like I'm just here to play baseball. I'm like that's it.
Yeah,
Right.
Which
So
goes-
that's what I've heard about Soto is like, if so, yeah, he's no nonsense. He's there to win. He's there to like be the best player there's ever been. And if you don't handle yourself the same way, he doesn't want anything to do with you.
Correct. Which it seems like Lindor's just around there, like just thinks baseball's a game, which it is.
And he's like wants to like to color his shoes and like color his glove and
Just have fun with it,
yeah,
which is fine.
sing his
But
little songs.
But that just means that their vibes are just not going to go. Just
Right.
Not gonna vibe. And then
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you can't win a World Series with two guys like that. But like, to say that this wasn't expected, I feel like you had to know that going into it.
Right.
Then lastly, I'd have to say is that the whole McNeil thing makes zero sense. Once you traded for Simeon, you were probably getting rid of him 100 like anyways.
Right.
So why create some fake story that like they didn't get along again? Like what?
Right.
Who does that? That helps no one.
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if it's like McNeil's agent being like, "Yo, like you need to do something. Like I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to stay in the Mets."
I don't
Why
see-
would he want to stay if he hates everybody on that
Because
team?
he'll play outfield. There's not another outfielder right now. You just traded away Nimmo.
I know, but why do you want to stay in a team that doesn't want you?
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't want to be on a team that doesn't want me. Like it makes no sense.
100%.
Because maybe he just likes being in New York.
There's no way that guy likes being in New York.
Yeah, no shot.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would get traded to the Dodgers and like immediately hit 400. He's a
Yeah,
SoCal
I'm fine.
guy.
I'm
He's
fine
so-
with that.
He's a SoCal guy.
I don't want him on a part of my team ever again.
It's just weird. Also, yeah, I think the weirder thing is like it happened June 20th.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's not like it's something happened in September when like frustrations were brewing. Like it happened while they were playing well.
That's what I'm saying. If this guy like had anything real to say when the Mets were absolutely collapsing, it would have been the time to release this bombshell because everyone would have read it. Why are you going to release it now when nobody's paying attention to baseball?
Somebody told him to release it.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why that's why you put
But
like a grain of
from
salt.
either
on it.
side, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like all it does is just it creates a narrative around those two players that now guess what? Now when they go to spring training, they ask Lindor about that when McNeil gets traded, and there's another story for the guy to write.
Could it be a team that wants to trade for McNeil?
Right? Yeah, tank his value so you get less prospects.
We're like, oh, okay, now you need to get rid of him. So
Yeah.
okay, I know you're getting rid of him
I
anyways.
feel like they were already gonna have to give him away anyway. Like,
I know, saying like the team, whoever's going to trade for him, is trying to like bring down his value. So they have to get.
I know, but what is his value anyway?
I know. What is he getting?
But he's got no value. But that's what Ian's saying is that now if you're a team that like wants him, now the Mets need to give you a prospect because he looks like a shit guy. Like, oh, we don't want him. He's a bad clubhouse guy. Throwing your fifth best prospect.
Yeah, I don't know who would even want to trade for him.
I heard the Mariners want him, and I could see him playing there.
I can see him being a Padre. I really can.
Yeah.
I think again, hand over heart. I think the Mets are going to trade for Tatis. I really do.
We're gonna talk about the Cease deal.
Hold on, before we get to that, now that you guys talk about your Mets, I got to talk about my Marlins. I saw a report recently that they want to move Connor Norby over to first base. I'll kill myself if they do that. That's a terrible fucking idea.
It's a brutal idea.
If Augustin Ramirez is not DHing and playing first base next year, I want Peter Bendix's head on a stick.
What if they sign Alonso?
There's no way they're going to sign Alonso.
Yeah, no.
But
He hits a lot of dongs in
they
that
need
ballpark.
they need a corner infielder so fucking desperately. Like the rest of their team is pretty solid. They got a great shortstop, great second base. They have a mediocre shortstop, an above average second baseman. Liam Hex is a serviceable catcher. They got a great outfield. For the love of God, just get someone who can hit 25 home runs and play a corner position.
I'll give you Pete Alonso.
I don't want.
He's not signing with the friggin' Marlins, Lee.
I don't want.
Why not? He loves being in Florida.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't love losing ball games.
I don't think he cares.
The Marlins will make the playoffs next year, Patrick.
See, you got such
Bookmark
insane takes.
Bookmark.
That Alonso doesn't care if he wins or not?
Yeah.
He just cares about the home run derby.
He probably hates Lindor too.
He probably does hate Lindor.
He
He's a
played
big
this
fan of
fruitcake with his gloves again.
Big fan of Lindor, I heard. I read it the other day.
Hates Lindor.
I read it the other day. He's a big fan.
I don't think there's a singular person in New York who likes Lindor. Just be honest. He's such an unlikable guy. I really could care less about the whole smiling thing.
What murders me is like Lee, like 3 months ago with this fucking podcast, was like Lindor's the greatest shortstop of all time. Everybody get off his ass. And then the offseason hits, he goes, yeah, dog shit. Him and his gloves. Insane.
I haven't said anything about
That's why-
him
this
as
is
a
why-
player.
That's why this podcast is going nowhere.
He deserved the MVP last year.
I haven't said anything about him as a player.
He deserved the MVP last year.
He did.
He dragged the Mets to the playoffs. 100% deserved the MVP last year.
Why do you look so sad?
Ian?
You.
No.
I'm sitting back. I'm trying to like take the podcast in.
How many IPAs are you crushing these days?
0.
Might be time to start hitting the gym a little bit. That shirt's
Why?
not. That shirt's
The
not.
shirt. The shirt. This is one of those monster shirts that musicians
Yeah,
wear when they
yeah.
go on the West Coast. They wear monster shirts. It's
Do you slap any bass?
Yeah, all next week. I'm gonna be playing bass.
Wow.
All right, Dylan Cease. Let's hear your opinions.
My opinion is that like I feel like it's a case of just they're the Blue Jays. That deal probably looks maybe $30 million less if it's any team in the United States because of the Blue Jays and the way that things work up there. They had to pay.
What do you mean? What do you mean things up there? You mean taxes?
Yeah, like the way that their structure is for the players, they have to pay out the ass to get players. And they probably, if you said it was, what was his deal? 7 years, 210.
Yeah.
If you said 7 years, 180, you're probably like, oh, it's not that bad. He's a like strikeout pitcher. He can be an ace. He's just not consistent enough.
He was really unlucky this year too.
Yeah,
I would take him on the Mets because we don't have anybody.
His stuff is unreal too.
Yeah. But if somebody just tuned him up just even like a little bit.
All right, so he's 29, turns 30 in December.
Right. So you're getting him for his he's got 3 years essentially to
3 to 4 years of being gross, and then he's gonna be an average guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So I think if you're the Blue Jays, that's probably their mindset. It's like, all right, we have to get him. The only way we get him is if we pay substantially more than everybody else. And
But
that
they
way
have a window. They have a window with Vladdy, so it's like you got to go all in while he's youngish and gross. Just like the Mets need to go all in while Soto's youngish and gross. You got to take some swings. If it plans out and he's amazing, it looks cheap.
Do you think that Bichette's gone?
I don't necessarily think so.
I mean, he's
I mean,
probably
they
gonna
spend
sit-
money at the wazoo up there.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're not gonna, unless someone gives him a ridiculous amount of money. I have a hard time thinking that he's not gonna stay.
Yeah,
it's tough.
who's really fighting for him?
I think it's tough to give that much money to a second baseman too.
But who else? Who are they competing with?
He's a shortstop.
Well, not with Jimenez. When Jimenez plays, they put him at second.
That's entirely untrue. They only put him in as a shortstop for the playoffs because he was hurt. And literally couldn't move.
I understand that.
How can you be a ball knower and you haven't watched a singular fucking game of the team that went to the World Series during the regular season?
Have you?
Yes. That's insane to think that Andre Jimenez is starting at shortstop all year round.
No, he was not starting all year round. But
what are you trying to say? That's literally what you were trying to say. Is that he's
No,
a starting shortstop?
no, I was saying that the way that they have it structured is that they flip flop those guys a lot.
When he was
Watch it.
injured, I think.
Watch the game.
You're insane. Who won the Gold Glove for second base this year? Gold Glove 2025.
It's a good pod.
Yeah, you were wrong a lot.
It's a good pod.
You had a lot of bad takes today, P.
I don't think so. I didn't say Matt Kemp hit 500 home runs. That was an insane take. He played 4.5 seasons of regular baseball.
Guess who won? All right, you guys should know this. Who won the Gold Glove at second base this year?
I know it wasn't Jeff McNeil.
For the AL.
Uh,
Let's just say he's going to hit 180 for the Mets next year.
oh, Marcus Semien.
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
Great pickup.
He's going to bat 180 for the Mets. It's going to be hysterical.
I don't
How
care
long
if he
until-
bats 180.
How long until until Marcus Semien and Francisco Lindor are fighting in the dugout?
Will never happen.
What week of the season?
The guy's like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, but wait until like Lindor gets in his face about something and Semien's like, dude, I'm a World Series champion. You suck ass. Fight ensues. And then big smile Lindor in the post game presser. It's just a possum. What a dumb fucking team you guys have. What an absolute joke of a team you guys have.
I
saw-
big
I saw-
Lakers guy.
You huge Lakers guy? How are they doing these days? What's their record?
They're playing for the NBA middle of the season cup, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's what you want in the MLB too.
No, that's not how I said it.
Yeah,
in the
so
beginning.
They'll have
does.
different colored fields.
Yep.
That's not what I said.
It'll be gay as hell.
I literally didn't say
their,
anything.
Who's their starting five these days?
Brian James at the one.
Brian James?
Bronny?
The son.
Bronny James at the one. He's actually kind of lethal. these days.
Cayenne Anthony at the two?
No. LeBron at the four.
If you can name one other player, we'll end the pod right now. You should be able to get one. He was pretty good, a college player.
Lucas Reeves at the two.
I don't think that's his name.
I think it is Reeves though. I thought you were
It is. I was thinking Dalton Connect.
Tyler Reeves.
Doesn't matter. He's a white guy, just balling.
I think it's
Yeah.
Lucas Reeves.
Definitely not Lucas.
If only we could check this.
Yeah, look up the NBA, the Lakers roster. See how they're doing.
All right, this is the last night. Now we're calling it a night for the ball knowers. It's not Ryan. Or
Ryan
Lucas.
Reeves.
Close. It's a white name. It's close.
You want me to guess?
Starts with an A. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys. Well,
You're not gonna do it.
this is
Alex Reeves?
Nope.
No,
Alex Caruso.
No, it doesn't
Not
go
on the team. not on the teams.
You got the Reeves right.
Austin.
Austin
Why are you
Reeves.
ruining it?
What? I was guessing.
Ball knowers.
Ball knowers.
Ball knows.
I was guessing.